Uh, so is the party planning to uh, rest a day, or are you going to try and push your way back to the Porcelain Citadel?
Some of us are. I have already lost one endurance, and I both Gormac and Blixum are at disadvantage on that endurance test, right? So, uh,
It would be better if we rested for.
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Get an hour away, like in a way that place where we stop is sort of the third point of an equilateral triangle, where the other 2 points are the cave and the circle.
Right. So you're making sure to stay distant from the cave and the circle. So you're going to rest on the 20th. That's what I want.
That's right.
Rest on the 20th, and then you'll make it back to the Porcelain Citadel very late on the 21st. So then you're back at the Porcelain Citadel. The Telagine de Barbier is very happy to see that you have recovered Boko Celestini. So he will give you your 200 cash and offer you a place to stay for as long as you'd like to stay in the Porcelain City or Citadel for up to a month. If you wish to stay, he can provide lodging for you and food, and so it will not cost you anything further.
Excellent.
That's an excellent offer.
Yeah.
While we're here, I have this skill called the business, and I guess I'm wondering what I'm going to spend some time, I think, using that to try to determine where the best place to sell some radioactive fuel might be.
And do we put that money towards the debt on our caravan? Because it is for a group thing, sort of, isn't it? I mean, we don't split it up among ourselves.
All right, so
Right, caravan. Yeah.
you're gonna spend one day, and so if you spend one day and cash equal to local expenses, which is we'll call it 5 cash. You're gonna potentially have a chance to learn the local price of a trade good in an adjacent destination. Uh, if you spend a week and 25 cash, you're gonna learn the local price of a trade good in a chain of 3 destinations, starting with an adjacent one.
Okay,
Ooh.
so I think this is a thing that might be best attempted once I have recuperated.
All right, so potentially everyone's gonna spend a week. We're gonna spend a week of rest,
Mm-hmm.
so you can recover your full life, one stat, ability score, other similar attribute, or your entire fatigue track.
Okay.
I'm going to recover the fatigue.
I think I will too.
So if I recover my fatigue but my stats are still at a negative, do I?
You don't get them back. You're just no longer fatigued. You've come to terms with them until you get more rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
another week of rest, I suppose, to get my aura back
Oh,
to 0.
and it would cost if Gromac wants to get rid of his cough, it'll cost 5 cash to get some uh, curative.
And do we put that 5 cash a day for a week on top of our debt? Or do we? Yeah, we got to put it somewhere, don't we?
Oh, so you're not paying anything to stay because Telagine is covering your expenses,
Yeah.
but to get rid of Gromac's cough, he needs to pay.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So no, I thought we had to pay for something for our expenses, but no. Oh yeah, that's even a better deal than ever.
Okay.
Free accommodation and food and everything.
So we then have 195 cash right now to spend if I get rid of my cough before we sell or trade anything.
I would suggest starting to pay down the 740 we owe on our caravan.
Well, we might want to first see what we can, if we want to trade our stuff, because we're gonna need supplies. We're gonna need sacks of food, of
Oh,
rations,
Yeah.
true enough. Yes.
Yes.
before
Oh,
we go
yes.
anywhere.
So we need an estimate on how much food we need to buy for sure for the next stage of the trip, don't we?
Mhm.
Which is going to be up to the last Sarai, I guess.
So, as I'm counting this, since we arrived at the Porcelain Citadel on the 21st, and we begin our week of rest on that day, that takes us to the 28th for the end of that week.
Right.
And then it'll be Orange Month.
And then it'll be Orange Month. There would be potentially a couple of feast days in there, as Telagine is very excited that you have brought back his friend. Now that you have discovered the secret of visiting, Boca Celestini would also inquire, oh, now that we know how to get past those vampiric humming spiders, do you have any interest in going back for more of the treasures held in that location before it's picked over by other explorers?
Hmm.
I mean, I
I
need another week of rest before I would want to go do that to get my orb. Well, maybe not.
He's gonna need to rest at least the first week of Orange Month also to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got.
But he'll be leading an expedition back out there on the second week of Orange Month. But he is offering the four of you first chance to join.
hang on. I've got some UV lotion with me. Can that help with the radiation damage that I suffered?
That's UV lotion.
45 of player info. It says protects from the UVG radiation and provides resistance against radiant damage.
Oh, yes, that would have. If you want to say that you use up your UV lotion, it seems like your character would have remembered to apply that before you went and dealt with things you knew were radioactive. So if you want to not have suffered that endurance, that
And
radiation
also not the
endurance
fatigue.
and the fatigue,
Yeah.
that seems like Blixum would have thought of that, even though you as a player forgot because it's.
Yeah. I forgot that I had that stuff. So then I never got disadvantaged. I only ever got grumpy. And that means that I'm gonna spend my week knocking off my aura damage instead. And I have less UV lotion. Okay. I'll remember next time. In fact, there will be a next time because I want to destroy that machine.
Okay, so we are going back with the
So
expedition.
there's a great chance that if you uh, spend a week leveling up, so if you can spend the second week or the first week of Orange Month leveling up, so if you have a week of rest and spend the first week of Orange Month leveling up before returning with uh, Boko to the Iron Ring on the second week of Orange Month, you probably will have enough experience to level up.
Mm-hmm.
If people want to calculate the experience that you've received so far instead of waiting till the end of the session, we could do that now.
Yeah, I think with the stuff that we did, like the journal stuff, right? A lot of us have
We're
the
over
XP for
very
level 1.
close.
Yeah. If it's just
So
300.
first you got to the Porcelain Citadel, which is a new location. So someone can roll. Actually, we'll make Christy roll as a leader. Christy, roll 1d10.
1d10.
Yep. And then tell me what you got.
7.
So you're gonna get 70 experience for getting to the Porcelain Citadel, and I'm keeping track of this on Master XP, so I will have this for everybody once we calculate what it'll be. And then roll another d10, because then you went 1 day over to the Iron Ring. Of soul decomposition. What was the second d10? Two, so you're gonna get. Oh, it's 1d10 times days away. So that was actually not 70, it was 49 and 2, so you're gonna get 51 experience for that. You didn't spend time surveying the site or studying organisms or investigating an anomaly, but you did discover a new anomaly of this soul decomposition. So Christy, roll d100. $47. So that's actually going to be 98. All right. So before we add in rolls, everyone's going to have enough to. Everyone except for Lance would have enough to invest in a level. If we sort of were to end the session here, as it were, and just spend the rest of our time today handling up level up to level 1, which might take a little while because it'll be the first time we're leveling and people are going to be looking at abilities and such. Everyone would definitely have enough to level. So should that do people want that to be the plan? Is that we would pause the actual events here and cover how leveling up works?
I think that makes sense.
Sure.
All right, so then with that, I've updated XP totals for everyone, which means that everyone has at least 300 experience. So as a reminder, you have experience as a player. You invest your experience or spend it on your character and or other. If you want to spend it on improving NPCs so that their allies or hirelings they're more potent, or weapons or armor or equipment, you certainly could. So right now, everyone has at least the 300 experience that they could spend to bring their character up to level 1. So is everyone planning to bring their character up to level 1?
I
Yeah.
am.
So don't
I
put
am.
it in the experience spent.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a second spot where that is. Oop. How do I do this? I just did it. That was going to be this. All right, so I've updated that you're all spending 300 experience on level 1. So now on your character sheet, you'll put your experience total as 300. Everyone except for Christy is going to go up to 8 life as a maximum.
Mhm.
Christy has a cat, you go up to 10 for life. Once you get a few levels in, the cat gets much less life. So in the long run, the cat ends up with a maximum of 26 life. Cat lords end up with a maximum of 26 life instead of 44. But they're sort of tougher at the start. Everyone is going to get a new skill. You can either choose or roll, and excitingly, everyone is going to get an ability. So there are sample abilities in the UVG character creation document. They have tags like Thief, Adventurer, Biomachine, Fantascience, Fortune, Wizard, Flesh. So you can pick out one that might, if you want to be good at fighting or good at magic or things, you can.
All right. Well, we determined skills at random last time, except for one, so I'm going to do it again for the skill. 5 is cat grooming. I don't want that.
Come on.
Okay.
You think there's already a designated cat groomer?
Legume farming. I'm not sure how I would pick that up, but I guess it's this body I'm inhabiting that is reawakening old skills. Maybe that'll come in handy at some point.
So as a reminder at first level, if you didn't have a skill that was applicable to combat, you might want to take a skill that would be combat, so you'll have a combat-y type skill.
Where did you say the skills were?
The skills and abilities are in the character creation document.
Okay.
I'll toss it in the general Discord. The
Got it.
link again.
I got the document here. Let's see. All right. So what the hell is skills? All
And it's not an
right.
exhaustive list of
So
skills. If you
let's see.
wanted to
Oh,
propose
yeah.
a different skill, we could definitely work out what a skill might be.
Where are the sample abilities?
They are below
Ah,
starting
yes, I
equipments
see.
and cash. So you take
So
something like Bravely Runs Away, Chromatic Avatar. If
Is
they
there
have
one that's
ranks
for...
as abilities, the second rank or third rank you would get by taking that ability again at higher levels.
Oh dear. Okay.
So to continue on with my foraging, narco-herbalism stuff that's going on, I'm taking phytomancy
Ooh.
so that I can learn to talk to plants.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
If anyone was going to be a true wizard, you would take or like a D&D style cast spells pretty easily. There's an ability called True Wizard that would let you do that. You'll give up some life, but you'll be able to cast spells without paying as much life when you cast spells.
Mm.
You could also, if you want, there's a True Warrior where you just become good at fighting stuff. There's all sorts of different strange sparkle fingers, rubber skin, querulous fetch, where you you get an additional fatigue state of grumbling quietly that imposes no penalties.
Oh.
Once again, the character creation document just opens up into the session 0 document for me, which is not useful.
The link that I sent in Discord.
And try that.
I think I might try the True Wizard one. That's not listed here, but you said we could do it as a
So
skill.
it's the ability. So you're gonna get an ability. It's not a skill. And to
Oh,
cast magic, you'd need a magic skill,
okay. And if I look
like
where-
phytomancy or necromancy or narcoherbalism or crystal healing,
crystal healing.
hallucination.
Oh, we already got a narco person, don't we? Hallucination. Oh, talk to spirits and chairs. I'm sure that will be really, really useful.
Soul juicing potentially is also a magic type skill.
Yeah, and I've got that one already. I think I would choose crystal healing for the skill. And I'll do ability magic.
So the ability that you would take then is called True Wizard.
Oh, true wizard. Okay.
So your magic cost will be reduced by 1. The connection with the Void of Wizardry reduces your life by 2 points for each of your levels, current and future.
Okay, crystal healing.
So you'll be giving up life in order to cast magic more easily.
Always has to be a disadvantage, doesn't there? Okay, let's see. Life. Where do I take that off here somewhere?
Yep, so your life maximum will go down by 2.
I saw that a minute
So
ago.
it'd be
Where was it?
6 instead of 8.
Yep. Saw it. There it is. Okay. Well, see something interesting to try.
And then you'll get to pick you'll get to learn a new spell. So I'll find a spell that you unlock.
Okay, so true wizard. Life goes down. Let's stop it. Okay, the magic. Is that where you put in?
So your magic cost, uh, where it's
There's
got
a mod.
the
Two
mod
little
is going to
ticks.
be plus 2 because you are using soul juicing, and then you'll uncheck one of the cost buttons. So you should have a cost of 1.
Take that one out too. Okay.
Uh,
Supposed to. All right. All right. There we go. And did you say I get an extra spell besides
well, you're
soul
gonna
juice and crystal healing?
so crystal healing is the skill. It's not a spell.
Yeah. Okay.
So the spell. What would be a good spell? You could get floating disc, which would summon up a hand span across floating disc that lasts for a week.
Ah.
It's almost completely impenetrable, can be used as shield against range attacks. It's inertialess, but capable of staying at complete rest in relation to a local gravity source. Your touch can move the disc, otherwise it stays at rest. Some wizards weave ropes of their own hair with which to pull their floating discs behind them. like uncomplaining force mules. You can learn let the door open itself or knock, which will open near objects. You could take the dangerous spell Change Body, where you can change your appearance to resemble a different person.
Kind of like that floating disc one. Can I load that up with stuff if we run short on space, like we just almost did? I mean, can I use it like a mule, in other words, as well as a protection and all that kind of stuff?
So if you cast it with more power of life, you could get it be a cubit or a meter across, where it might be able to carry things.
So yeah. So all the ones you mentioned, I think the floating disc does sound the most useful.
All right, so then you should add.
Add it where? Do I put it in
You'll add it to your inventory that you know the spell Floating Disc.
the inventory? Okay.
You don't need to have this full description in the inventory, but this is the full
No.
description of the spell. So at the cost of 1 life, you can cast it at power 1 at the cost of 2 life, power 2, 3 life, power 3, 4 life, power 4.
Do I get my life back when I rest? Or does
Yes.
it go forever? No, okay.
Yes. What were other people thinking for abilities or skills that people were taking?
I don't know if you said, Zach, what do the hashtags represent?
They just tell you what kind of to help you decide. Like if it's got the trickster hashtag, it's good for trickster characters. Like trust me, I'm a symbologist. It's trickster and academic. So if
Okay.
you want to play an academic type character or a trickster type character, it would fit.
All right. So I've decided to forego the legume farming, and I took archaeology instead.
So we can have a skill or an ability?
You get both a skill and an ability.
Oh, you get both a skill and ability. Okay.
Yep. So you're reaching first level. You get both an additional skill and an ability. You will get another skill at third level, and then you'll get abilities at each level up to 9.
So I'm seeing this ability called electromagic hacker. Sorry, I read electromagnetic hacker. So I don't have any magic. I guess I can't take that.
So it's
Oh.
it's you can hack adjacent old tech creatures and equipment. In combat, hacking is one action. Each command is another action. It doesn't require magic. It's
Oh, okay.
just like the description is electromagic because you're working electromagic, but it's more of like you understand old tech enough that you can give it commands.
That hooks into the kind of character that I'm thinking of building here, and also it might make my immediate goal much easier.
of figuring out how to destroy the soul decomposition machine.
Yes.
Would I be able to, Zach, as a Steplander, take Hacked Short Timer because it imposes a disadvantage against disease, venoms, or toxins, which, okay, it's an or, so I could pick venoms or toxins instead of disease. Or do I get all 3?
It's all 3, so then you're going to have double disadvantage. So unlike 5th edition D&D,
Okay.
advantage and disadvantage in UVG stack. So you're gonna be you'd roll 3d20, keep 1, keep KL 1 to keep the lowest of those 3.
Okay. Because I'm either looking at Hacked Short Timer or Lazarus Soldier. Christy, what are you thinking about getting?
Still debating. I kind of want to just take fire hands so I can light Martin's arrows on fire with my tiny paws. / whatever else I want. Because we all know that what cats need is the ability to create fire.
There's a story I read years ago that involved somebody who monkeyed around, well, played around with the genetics and created a cat with hands, opposable thumbs, the whole lot. It wasn't considered a good idea when they started reproducing, and you had all these cats with working hands running around.
That does seem dangerous.
Let's say you're gonna take that.
I am. I want both. I'm just trying to decide which I take at level 1 and which I take at level 2 first.
It's kind of a difficult decision, isn't it?
It really is. You know what? I'm gonna do probably the one that makes it gives me the most disadvantage. I think I'm gonna go.
Hacked short timer first.
Yep, hacked short timer.
What are you gonna take with that bonus?
Well, I mean, I've already got 2 agility. It would be nice to have a plus in something else. So I think I might take it in. I think I'm going to take it in endurance. So I get a +1 in endurance.
Unlocking the fact that your line was bred previously to be burn brightly and quickly.
Yep.
I mean, on the plus side, endurance is what you'd use to mostly check against diseases, venoms, and toxins. Christy, did you decide on an ability and skill?
I feel like I just want to be a tiny fire starting cat. I feel like that just has gotta happen.
Okay, so you're gonna take fire.
Plus, I can just like smack people and burn them, which, I mean, that seems worth doing. So I think the ability is just called Fire Hands.
It sure is just called Fire Hands.
Excellent.
And then what skill are you gonna take?
I don't know how to put that on my character sheet.
You just put it in the ability thing here.
And then for skills, what skills did everybody else take? What are we still lacking in here?
I got apothecary, soul juicy, storytelling, and crystal healing.
Okay.
I have foraging, narco-herbalism, nomad raiding, and phytomancy.
Okay.
And JP Blixham ended up with old tech, big game hunting, the business, and archaeology.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
And I get
I mean, maybe I take apothecary. That might be a nice supplement to my surgery. Because then I could also make like poisons and shit.
And while Christy potentially decides what the fourth skill that Lady Heck will get, just in general, so I can kind of know what to plan as we sort of wrap things up here a little early, but at a good stopping point, is the party thinking that you're going to try and go back into the Iron Ring of Soul Decomposition and explore it more, or are you going to continue on your journey?
I think I
Uh,
like going back. I mean, it seems
I,
kind of unfinished.
I think we should go back.
I agree.
And even if that dude has taken some time to get there ahead of us,
So he was gonna leave the second week, so the 8th of Orange Month, which would mean you would have had your week of rest and your week to level up, which I'll also count as a week of rest.
Oh, so that means we got the second thing back. My aura comes back.
Yes.
oh, okay. So that's also a week of rest. Then my fatigue goes away. Good.
So you'll be more potent, and he'll be getting an auto wagon to borrowing an auto wagon from Telgene to get you out there to help carry things back easily.
How much cash did we cash on hand did we wind up with?
We have 195 cash on hand right now.
But we haven't sold anything, so we will have.
Right. Yeah, but we want to sell to maximize profit, right? So there's no guarantee that selling the fuel is worth doing here.
Yeah, you need
Right.
to look at the market, I guess.
So that's part of my plan is once we're done with these ruins is to investigate, is to ask around with the business, since that's one of my skills. Can ask
That is
around
one of your
for
skills.
Oh,
yeah.
It won't be an auto wagon. It's gonna be a massive hauling wagon with some draft animals.
Okay.
Well,
So
either
it'll
way, we
take you
won't.
2 days to get out there. 2 full days to get out there and 2 full days to get back, but you'll be able to bring back 24 sacks.
How many
Oh.
people needed to operate such a machine? We can send people in
it's
advance.
4 draft animals.
Okay.
So it's
So
one
we can
person
send
and 4 draft animals.
so we can send people ahead to have things ready to go.
Yes, you could potentially send if you wanted to spend 1 day asking around for prices of an adjacent settlement or adjacent location. Um,
Oh, you said that's five cash in 1 day.
5 cash in 1
But
day if you just want an adjacent location. To get the
yeah.
chain of 3 locations, it takes a week to do the
Right, and
research.
I'd have to decide the location in advance, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. If I wanted to ask about the last Sarai, for example, since that's where we're going next,
Right.
probably. Yeah.
So you
Well,
could
I'm not gonna do that right now.
okay. Because
I
potentially if you sent the hauling wagon and part of the party ahead, you could stay back and with catch up to them after spending a day doing your research.
uh no, I think I'll go along with everyone. And since we're heading to the last Sarai anyway, I might as well just ask when I'm there how much. And if it turns out that it's worth more where we are now, then I'll just get myself.
All right. Was the party going to spend any cash before you head back out to the Iron Ring of Soul Decomposition?
We probably should, because we only have 1 sack of rations left.
Yes.
Yeah, we're running short, aren't we?
Yes.
You might also want to decide if anyone was going to invest in any weapons, armor, or UV lotion or healing lotion before you head back, since you know that it's not a place like you suspect that it is at least a slightly dangerous place, right? There's definitely some radiation. You've got these weird vampiric humming spiders.
Yeah, I'm going to replenish my UV lotion supply. There we go. Done.
I don't have any money.
Well, we have
Uh,
195 that we could use
Oh,
from the,
yeah.
the party standpoint.
Well,
And-
we should
and-
we should
You could decide who's going to wear that armor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got the armor.
replenish the caravan, and then we can divide the rest.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, the supplies I think are even. You know, are
I had 18 cash on hand, so I spent some of that for my UV lotion.
So how much, Zach, would it be here to get rations?
It's the
The
one
standard?
cash higher than everything costs 1 cash more than the book price from the starting player guide.
Oh, including UV lotion?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So it cost us three cash for the basic supplies. Or 11 if we wanted the better stuff.
What is the advantage of the better stuff?
I mean, we'd get tinned meat, we'd get travel ale, we get disinfectant schnapps, we'd get a novelty item, maybe gum and prophylactics.
Ooh.
Where in the other one we get dwarf bread, water, hempen cloth, and wrapping rags.
Oh, I see. The also a disadvantage to healing and recovery with the basic supplies. More
Yeah.
importantly.
Yeah, that's.
Well, how much space do we have in the? How much carrying capacity do we have in the caravan?
We have quite a bit of carrying capacity. We currently are only at 17 of 42.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the opportunity to sell a couple other sacks of things too before we go. Honestly, I think it's more a limiting factor of our current cash than anything. We could do 10 sacks right now, which would get us at least to the last Sarai without an issue. That would still give us 85 cash right now, and we'd still have the ability to, after going back out to the Iron Circle, we still might get some more trade goods that we could trade for more supplies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we spend that 110 on the better rations, 85 cash divided by 4 is 21 each, with 1 left over.
And I think I'm going to keep the chitin cuirass, which is better armor, and then I can resell my dryland weave, the cheap medium armor. That should bring up a bit of cash. Bring in a bit of cash.
So you could sell that old armor for 50 cash.
Okay, well, I don't imagine anyone wants the cheap medium armor. Someone in the group could have it if they wanted it, but
I'm happy with my ballistic suit.
yeah.
Does Mr. Sad Martin ever get to level up?
You would spend experience 300 experience would bring him to level 1, just like it brought you to level 1.
Ugh, Martin, you're the worst.
You could, if there's free armor being given up, you could claim that dryland weave for him, and it would give him +3 to his defense.
Some sort of armor.
He's not currently wearing any armor.
Maybe I didn't buy him armor. Thought I did.
Oh, you apparently got him nomad robes, which is +1. So the dryland weave would be +3, so then his defense would be 13 instead of 11.
I mean, if nobody has any objections to that, Martin could use some better armor.
Oh no! In fact, I can give you the armor because actually, unless someone wants the chitin besides me, I kind of grabbed the chitin.
You
The
carried it
lobster.
back, so.
Oh, actually, since you're becoming a true wizard,
Oh, don't tell me I can't use the fancy armor.
you're gonna where did I have that? Let me double check because I don't remember if they said the true wizards can't be. Oh no, you can still. It doesn't say anything about not wearing armor, so you could have armor still.
Okay.
Let me double check that that's not in the other magical grimoire. Becoming a wizard.
How do we gain ranks and abilities? Is it like
You
just
take it
take the
a
ability again?
Yep,
Okay.
you take it a second time. So
Okay.
if you take the same ability at level 2, instead of taking a second ability, you would just get as a rank 2.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Okay, so I can give away the dryland weave. So that's gone. I take that off my list.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
Is that still just a stone?
it is 2 stones.
Jesus. Martin, you're lucky I like you.
The ruby scalpel is a soap though, so it could go. You can carry 9 more soap-sized things.
Is it a
For
weapon
him.
or?
It could be used as a weapon.
Scalpel can always be used as a weapon if the need arises.
Potentially, there might be on the DM's Guild shortly a wizard's school option to play an anatomist, where you get benefits for using a dagger or a scalpel when you hit creatures within 5 feet of you, and you use your anatomy knowledge to target them where it hurts.
Mm. Sounds like a Kevin invention.
Yeah, so with the dryland weave, then basically the combined Martin Lady Heck first sack of gear is going to be filled up.
Right.
But it would also mean that you'd still have 9 spots for for soap-sized things.
For scalpels. Just 9 more scalpels.
And Martin is a little harder to hit.
I mean, Martin was pretty fucking easy to hit before, so I feel like that's a win for Martin. Also, now I can light his arrows on fire, so that's cool.
That'll be helpful. Yes.
All right. So Was there any other purchases the party was going to do? We're sort of wrapping up today with the plan that will start next month with you returning to the Iron Circle of Soul decomposition.
I don't want anything else. And yeah, I'm right with returning.
I'm good with returning.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll wrap a little early today, but this is a good stopping point. And we will return on April 25th, so 4 weeks from now, with the party heading out back to this rusty iron circle of soul dissolution, or not dissolution, decomposition, guarded by its field of blood flowers and vampiric humming spiders and other things in its depth that you didn't quite explore yet. So thanks again, everyone, for playing. And we'll just wrap the stream a little early and call it a day. And hopefully everyone will enjoy the rest of their Sunday. And some of you all play with in other games within the next month. But if not, enjoy a month. And we will return on the 25th of April.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Thanks, Zach, and everybody else.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.